Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Bible Art Journaling Activity and Devotional. I'm your host, Rowe-Saulsbury. Of course, glad to be with you. I think I say that all the time, but I'm glad that you all have decided to stop by. Let's see if I can. I always try to see what you all can see when I do this because um, it helps me know where I am in the camera, and yeah, and I'm a little rusty. I've been away for a little bit. It's been a rocky road. These I don't know. I think it's been rocky for a bit, y'all. Just to be honest, it's been rocky for a bit, and at any rate, but we're here, and hey, it's Friday. The Sabbath is soon to come. And I know I mentioned that a lot, and I have some folks who are like, what is that? Yes, well, it's a great 24-hour period where you don't think about anything except God and what He's done for you, how He's gotten you through the week. Um, it's like it's a celebration, okay? And it's a wonderful way to kind of celebrate God and celebrate family um, and not think about anything else, really. Not paying no bills, not going to the store, you know, all kind of business that you would normally do throughout the week. You don't do that through that 24-hour period. You give it solely to God. And I enjoy that rest. And I'm glad God foresaw that we needed it. And so I pray a special restful Sabbath upon everyone who may see or hear this this taping today. Okay, I'm going to pray and we're going to get started. Okay. All right. Father in heaven, I just want to thank you so very much. Another day that you've given to us, another opportunity to get to do something creative because you are the great creator and you have made us in your image. So we also create in various ways. And I thank you for that. I ask, Lord, that you would be with us in this time and in this segment, be in my words, in my mouth, in my mind, in my heart. And bring your Holy Spirit and speak to us tonight, I pray. And I thank you for what you're going to do. We love you. In Christ's name, amen. So I mentioned that, hey, it's been really, it's been this year, school year in particular, has been quite, the only word that I can think of is bizarre. And so, um, unfortunately, relations between teachers, not good. And, our kids, hopefully, it has not spilled into whatever it is that a bizarreness. That's the only word that I can come up with because there were just some things that happened that just did not make sense to me. And I'm saying, Lord, I know you see, I know you hear, and I'm going to believe that you're going to work all of this out. And so that's my verse for today where I'm headed. And if you are following along and you want to participate in today's Bible art journaling activity, and the verse that we're going to be doing, I want to actually begin here. I'm in the book of Romans, and it's chapter 8. And that first verse in this section called Future Glory, I'm claiming that future glory right now. I'm claiming it right now. It says, For I consider, and this is chapter 8, verse 18, for I consider that the sufferings of this present time are not worth comparing with the glory that is to be revealed to us. Hmm? Yeah. So all that stuff that we're going through, it's not even going to compare to what we will eventually see. Hmm? And then over here in verse 28, and we know that for those who love God, all things work together for good, for those who are called according to his purpose. We're believing we're called. It says it right here. All things are going to work together. And I want to hold on to that promise that all things are going to work together. And the sufferings that we might be enduring, it's not even going to compare to the glory that we'll get later on. Okay. I am in I call it my junk journal. It's become a little bit more, I don't know, because at first I started just kind of dabbling here and there, playing with different mediums, and I mean, I was messing around and using paste and doing some stamping and I mean having a good time. And then some of the projects became a little bit more involved. I've been having fun. And so today I started on this project and I'm coming back to it. Okay, I'm coming back to it. Where are you? I almost feel like I'm cheating because I've already, I already have my page together, sort of. I've got my color down with my green and my blue, my yellow, and then I did some stamping. I bought some stencils, you all, because I've gotten into this journaling thing in a journal versus doing it in like in my Bible. But I went online. I went online and I got some my Cricut. What's going on? I don't want to mess it up. Anyway, I love Cricut. Anyway, I went online and I got these great stencils. I need to probably put them on a darker paper so that you all can kind of see that. Let me turn this little project over and then you can kind of see the stencils a little better. All right, this is a number one, okay? And then this is just, nondescript, kind of with circles and, yeah, grid-like lines, something or another. Can you all even see, can you see that? Maybe I should hold it up a little bit closer. I don't know if that helps or not. Anyway, and then this just has this has words on it: dream and create and art and learn, imagine. And I'm really kind of liking using this because it helps to kind of give interest to. And this is just, I mean, you can't read it. It's not like real words or anything. Okay. Um, but it helps to kind of break up your page and give the page some interest. And so I went on, would you believe, I went on Temu, Temu, or Timu, or however you want to pronounce it. Now this one I just used, so it's got paint on it. I haven't washed it off yet, but this has numbers. And not only did I get stencils, I picked up some stamps too. And at the beginning, I didn't especially working, I guess I can show all of these, especially working in my Bible, I did not want to purchase stamps because I felt like everybody, everybody's Bible art journaling who would get stamps, it would look the same. And so let's see if I can hold that up. I know that plastic is kind of shiny, so um, I'm hoping that you'll be able to see them pretty good. If I hold it up this way, the lagging time behind what I'm seeing and what you all are seeing is sorry, it's taking a bit. But at any rate, so I just picked up some stamps again on Temu and real inexpensive. And so I mean I picked up quite a few, and I can't really wait to try some of these. I've been just dabbling a little bit with them. Let me kind of separate those two, and you can kind of see. And see, those are some little funny circles, and this has a little, what do you call it, Zentangle kind of designs on them. And it's just kind of nice to be able to use those and, you know, make your page make your page come alive. I kind of like that. So, yeah, if you don't want to like go to your local stores, because sometimes they can be a little expensive, Temu um, was quite affordable, and I mean, you end up spending quite a bit just purchasing some other things, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. And something's going on with my camera. I'm going to just try to adjust because I'm looking like it's looking like it's a little crooked. Did we do it right? No, we didn't. And I'm sorry. All right. I think that might work. Let's see. Let's stand up here and do it. Yeah, I think maybe my gizmo here is a little crooked, and maybe that's why it's not quite right. I think that's better. I think that's better. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's get started. Yeah. So I feel like I've cheated just a little bit because I've gotten all this already um, prepared and ready to go. And I'm thinking that on my words, I'm going to just do all things work together, maybe. I've got some letter stamps that I have pulled out. I think they're over here. Yeah. And I'm trying to decide if I want to do it in black or maybe another color. We'll see. But these are nice stamps if you don't want to do, uh, handwriting or whatever. I enjoy doing the handwriting thing because your handwriting is unique, to you. It's unique to you. And it makes that page kind of stand out, stand alone because um, it's not looking like anybody else's handwriting, right? So yeah, I thought that I would do something kind of bold. This cursive is cute, but I think my background kind of takes away from that. So I think I better do it in this heavy, and it kind of matches with my numbers back here too. So I think we'll use these for the lettering in that. And I have my archival link over here. The other is these cogs and gears and what is it? Sprockets, I guess. But I don't really have a sprocket, okay? But I do have gears and cogs. And And it's the difference, the sprocket is like two gears, but then they have a chain that goes around it, and that's what a sprocket would be. And then I don't really know the difference between a cog and a gear. I'm not exactly sure. I know that if I had these two together and they were working together like that, that would be a gear, right? But not quite sure about a cog. But at any rate, yeah, you learn all kinds of things. You know, like what? Yeah. So it's kind of steampunk kind of thing. I've done it before with the all things work together. Um, and using gears. I did it in my Bible, a Bible a long time ago. I'm not even sure where that Bible is. But at any rate, I remember doing just I was in a Bible, but and I was a little nervous about painting in the Bible for whatever reason during my beginnings. And so I was using vellum. It's like very nice, very nice, not tissue paper, but very thin paper, not copy paper, but very nice, light, almost see, you know, you can almost see through it kind of paper. It's called vellum. And I was using it. I was painting on it and then sticking it in my Bible like a tip in. And I don't know. I don't know. It was just, I guess, that time. I've gotten over it now, and I'll paint all on the Bible. You know, I'm not scared anymore. It's not a police or anybody that's going to come around and, you know, handcuff me or whatever because I've decided that I wanted to, you know, draw or paint in my Bible. Yeah. I've been trying to think if I wanted to add a few more. I've been trying to arrange these, but I think I need a couple more, maybe one big one. And I've got some on this page. You know, I've said if you don't want to draw, that you should go ahead and print some things out. Get online, get on your printer, and you know, get you just regular copy paper, and go ahead and um, print these things on out. That way you don't have to worry about drawing. Sometimes it's nice. Drawing can be therapeutic. Uh, and I'm always saying that you don't want this process to, I've got some here too. You don't want this process to be stressful, all right? It shouldn't be stressful. It should give you some joy. Um, this is a lot smaller than I want, but I'm thinking that I might use it as well as, oh, and I might use this paper that's left over too and see about maybe doing my words on it and pasting it on. We'll see. Okay. All right. But yeah, this is the part that can be a little tedious, cutting things out. If you're blessed to have like a Cricut machine or something like a die cut machine, you know, you can mm, you know, maybe have one of these kinds of shapes and and just, you know, have the machine to cut it out. That's nice and convenient. It really is. It's nice and convenient. But sometimes these activities like this can, you know, can give you a sense of calm. Um, and makes you concentrate on other things versus maybe what you've been stewing over all day or all week or whatever. Yeah. Life can get you, it can be a booger. It can. And we've got to figure out ways to overcome, get over these things. Devil wants our minds, and if we're occupied on hate, if we're occupied on, what I'm gonna say to this person, that person, and I don't like what she did, I don't like what she said, and we're rehearsing that stuff. And the enemy is like, all right, if you worried about that, then you are not keeping your eyes on me, right? Yes. And so, you know, it is the trick of the enemy cause us to be so consumed. And I'm guilty. I am, especially this year. And uh, I pray the Lord forgives me, and I want to do better the next time, if there's a next time that comes up that way. And, all we can do is to do our best, and each day, try again to show love and be kind, and and pray for individuals who, um, you know, don't behave, and you would almost say they don't deserve, right? Yeah, but mercy and grace, we have to show that, and we have to live it. Doesn't mean that there are not consequences that need to be, things that need to be fixed, but you still can show mercy and grace to those. Apparently, they need it, right? I'm just saying, they might need it. All right, so I'm cutting out because I really want the background to show as much as possible. When I paint these, I still want you to be able to see the background. So I'm cutting some of this white out of the gear here. And again, these kinds of activities help, to calm and uh, adjust your focus on things. All right, this is a smaller one. I don't mind using that. I'll go ahead and cut that one out too. I got to get myself a printer so that I can, make these things if I wanted it larger. This particular one, like I have in my hand, which would have been nice. Um, yeah, a printer I would be able to, adjust the size and everything. Anyway, hello, if you're just joining, welcome, and thank you so very much for being a part of my journey as I kind of look at scripture and then do something creative. And I call it creative worship, Bible art journaling. And it's just a great way to get into God's word and then do something that He did, and that is create. Okay. So I'll put that one down. And I still think I want still think I want this big one here. And I'm going to be kind of careful with it because I've got some other pieces here that I might be able to use in the future. So I'm going to try to cut around all of this. I should be calling this a day of freedom. A day of freedom, because this was our last day of school, and like I said, it's been a bizarre year. That has been my word. And as one of my little sixth graders would say, diabolical. I'm going to agree. We got a lot of accomplished though in my class. Yeah, it was just turmoil outside the classroom, and it's just unfortunate. But again, our verse reminds us that the present struggles, troubles, whatever it is, strife that we might be going through, it's not going to outweigh the glory, the blessings that's going to be revealed on the other side of it. And then further on down the line, because that's verse 18, chapter 8 of Romans, and then verse 28 is reminding us that all things work together. That means the good and the bad, right? Yeah, so all right. Okay. All right. I was concentrating right there. I got quiet, didn't I? I'm sorry. It happens to me, y'all. It does. It happens. I get to concentrating and then I stop talking. All right. Let me put that over here. And I do want to cut out uh, this right here because I want that to show. If I sit it on there like that, and that's not going to be cute. All right, so I'm using my little hole puncher here to put in a space so I can get my scissors in that space, and so there. Okay. And that helps me. So I'm going to take a little bit of time. And I think I even want to try to get that one in the center. It's going to be a little tricky because it's not going to reach. So what I might have to do is kind of fold it a little bit. Will that work? Come on. Okay. Let's see. Come on. Yeah, that'll work. There. Okay. So yes, I just want to, since I have the hole now, I can put my scissors through here and kind of come through and open up that space. I'm going to like that a lot better. And then we'll arrange them, which is going to take some time too. Hey, if you're just joining me and you're wanting to do this activity, by the time I'm done doing this, you all might actually be able to catch up, right? Yeah. So I tell you what I did. I always start with some gesso or paint and put that down first. Um, and oh, I use some just regular acrylic black paint to do my stenciling. And I use a number stencil. And I put down some black splatters. I've got some gold metallic uh, paint, and I used the bottom of, well, no, not the bottom, this right here. It's, I had some washi tape, and this is really sturdy. You know, it's way better than using like the toilet paper roll, you know. Oops. It's so it was just some old washi tape, and I had used it all up. And this, I mean, I can't even squeeze it, to change the shape or anything. Nice circle. So, well, of course, using the side, and I just had some paint on the side, and just so great, great little tool there. um, So just did some circles, and yeah, I did my splashes, and now it's just waiting for the um, the focal my focal point. Uh, So I'm going to use these gears, cogs, and I don't have sprockets because I don't have a chain. I guess I could try to make it look like there's a chain connecting two of them, but at any rate. All these things are going to be working, moving together. It's hard to believe sometimes that, um, you know, the things that we go through, that God can work those out for our benefit and for a blessing. It's hard at times to see it, especially when you're right in the middle of things. Um, but it's a great promise. And I want to encourage someone who may be going through a troubling time. Know that because you're called, it's working it out. Hold on. Don't go, don't go in front of him. Don't go behind him. And just be patient. Many times where you want to say something, it don't. um, you know, yeah. So just encouraging you. Okay. Mhm. All right. I'm almost done with this, and then because I was thinking I wanted a larger kind of gear there. I still got to paint these things, and I'm not exactly sure what I should paint them, what color they should be. I didn't know if I wanted to use some acrylic paint or if I wanted to maybe do my gelatos. Um, with that acrylic paint, I won't be able to do like any like real like shadowing kind of thing. I mean, I can. Um, Using the gelatos as like watercolor allows me to do that a lot better. Um, we'll see. All right, so let's see. Let's start with our big one. I wanted that big one over here too, kind of ending with, maybe I should have it in the middle and that one there. We'll place all these down and place the little ones like on top of that. Let's see. I've got more. Let's see. I've got more to kind of play with. And I want them to be kind of spread out a little. I think I like that. Hmm. I think I like it. But it's about to be moved because because I gotta paint them first, right? Yeah. Okay, let's move that up here. Let's move my. All right, let's move this too. I don't need that just yet. But yeah, I think. Let's see. I'm play around with that one. Do I want to do that there? I think I like it better down versus up. Hmm? Yeah. Okay. Uh, I'm thinking I need to paint them with acrylic. And hmm. Yeah, I think so. Um, I think I think so. I guess I could do one and see, right? Mm. But see, I like the design in them, and if I use acrylic, that'll be gone. Okay, gelatos it is. I think that's what we're gonna go. Okay. I so need another table. I'm so running out of space. I'm running out of space. All right. So this is my box of gelatos, and I get my glasses on so I can read the names of some of these. Um, I don't want them all to be the same color. And this is eggplant. That's nice. This one is kind of a cherry or something. What does that say? Yeah, black cherry, maybe. Maybe. This one is, it has a kind of a metallic, um, iridescent kind of thing going on. Um, hmm. Seeing if I use this. I got enough to play with. I really do. So I shouldn't. This is another galaxy one that's a little darker. I like that shimmer that's in this. And I do have several that are like this. So maybe I'll use that set. It was like a galaxy set, and I'm just pulling all of those out, and then we'll go from there. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, those are pretty too, but I don't know if they'll all work with what I'm got going on. Uh, push come to shove, we can always, paint over them. So I'm not too worried or concerned. I think I do like this black cherry. I was thinking that I wanted something on the red side. I think blue and green, these will get lost in all of what we've got going on. Um, that orange might be pretty good, and I do think I like the yellow. There's another blue. This is a very dark blue though, but I don't think that's gonna work so well. We won't do that. This one's called Satellite, so it's kind of got a gray kind of something or another, kind of a blue-gray going on. That might work. Let's take a look at it. And so what I like to do with my gelatos is take some plastic here. This is really kind of translucent. Um, anyway, take some plastic and rub it, rub the gelato. It's like a crayon, but rub that. And then you activate it with some water. Okay, that's enough of that. You don't need a lot. And then find a decent brush. Okay. Uh, that's too big of a brush. Good gracious, come on. I got a lot of them over here, but I find that there are only like a few that I really like. So I'm gonna just activate that a little bit. All right. And I would imagine you all can't really tell uh, and or see what's happening here. I did not cut that out, did I? Nope, I did not. It's okay. I'll let it dry and then I kind of like that. Yeah, let's get the little spokes here. This could take a bit with all the ones that I want to complete here. Yeah. So it's kind of gray. I don't know if you all can see that or not. And it has a little bit of sparkle on it. I want you all to be able to kind of see that. I can put another coat and make that a little darker, and I might do that. I do want to cut this out though. All right, and I think that's going to be okay on that. I want to put my holes in it right now because I don't want to forget to do that. When I pick it up, I don't want to be, I don't want to accidentally glue. Okay, come on, let go. I don't want it to rip. Come on. I should have left it alone and let that dry, huh? I think I better. I'm going to sit that over there. Okay, let's do another color real quick. Let's do this. Is this the eggplant? No, this is black cherry. I'm going to go ahead and stick it over here. And it's really probably way more than I need. I'm going to put those over there because I've used that. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and activate that with some water. Let's pick this one up. It's going to have a nice purple color. Kind of like that. And, you know, because I'm using watercolor, we still can see the design that's on the gear. And so I did not cut this one out. I need to do that. And I'll cut it out after it dries. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more down here because I kind of want them to have I don't want them to be perfect, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna add just a little bit more of that color just down in here. And when it dries, they should be like a little different kind of, well, we can add some more later. I'll stick that on there, over there on that side. Okay. I think that's gonna be good. All right, let me get a paper towel and kind of clean this up. I don't want my stuff to mix so much. Okay. It's kind of a gold color. It might get lost, but maybe I can use it as like one and like this one here, because it's over here near more green. We'll see. Again, I can always uh, paint right on top of it, different color if I'm not liking it. And you see, I'm just trying to, I'll use maybe my markers to do some highlighting and do a little bit of shadowing on it. All right. Again, if you're just joining me, I am my Bible art journey, or the scripture that I am considering today, is Romans 8, 28. We did read Romans 8:18. And for I consider that the sufferings, that's the word they use, sufferings. I said earlier, trouble, or it's the same thing. The present sufferings um, of the present time are not worth comparing with the glory that is to be revealed. Probably got one for each. I'm gonna put quite a bit on that. I think that's kind of like that same color, but we'll see. I'll use a smaller one here. Yeah. And then we skipped on down to 28 where it says all things work together. And I know sometimes it seems real hard to believe that. Like, how in the world is all of this I'm going through right here going to work out for good? And I don't know. I'm being honest. I don't know. I don't know. It just says that that's what's going to happen. And I'm just going to believe it. All the heartache that I've suffered this year is just nonsense. And I'm just believing that God is going to work through it. He is. He's going to work it out. He's going to work it out. I believe it. And so, yes, just encouraging someone today that may be going through some troubling times. You're not sure what's going on, and you praying and you asking the Lord, and might not answer the questions of the whys immediately. We might not ever know the whys. We just have to believe that whatever is happening, He sees and knows, He hears us. And even if you don't see it right now, He's going to work it all out. Yeah. Romans 8:28. Commit it to memory. Okay, committed to memory. Almost didn't have enough for that one, did I? Okay, let's see. Is that gonna look? That's gonna be okay on there. I'm gonna sit it right here. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna clean that up because I want the orange there. I want the orange. So those are all different. They'll all be different. That's cool. I'm all right with that. Uh, Now, the more water you use, the lighter that color will be. So if you want it to be darker, you use less water. Okay. And I mentioned that, we can always uh, add more on top, uh, more color on top. All right. And I'm being fast. You see me, don't you? I'm just being fast with it. And these other ones, they actually might be dry. It's kind of warm in my room right now. My art studio is kind of warm in here. And so these things actually might be kind of dry enough for us to go ahead and glue down. All right, I've got a couple more here. I've got this, that the same color, I think it is. And I've got these two. Okay, I'm gonna not do so much water on this one. Let's see. All right. Yeah, so this might be a little time consuming. And that's okay. Many times I've sat down here, and I've said this several times in the program, how, I'll sit down, I'll have something on my mind, it'll be troubling, I'll do some artwork and, um, you know, feel way better. It's like cloud has lifted. Doesn't necessarily mean that the problem has been solved, but just that you're just at peace, you know? Um, and, you know, um, talk to God about whatever it is that's troubling me. Again, might not come away with the answer, but just knowing that you have uh, got it maybe out of your head and into the uh, into that realm where God can handle it. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit right there because I'm clean my brush a little bit. I'm going to use the same color for that, and I'm thinking I might want to go back to the orange. Oops, because this one is translucent. That's going to be really light. I do want something a little darker. Um, yeah. All right. So I think I'm going to use the orange again. And again, it has like a little shimmer to it, like an iridescent. It is a part of that galaxy um, collection of gelatos. They have several, you know, like pastels and things like that. I got a nice big set, and I've been using this, my number one set, for a long time now. I've had it for a while. So, okay, I'm gonna push that one over there. I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. And I didn't add as much water to this, so it's almost kind of sticky. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit more on this. And I'm just being random with it. I wasn't trying to get it all over the place. And you probably can't see the difference. Uh, Maybe I can lift it up, but I don't want it to look like shiny, new or anything. I want it to look a little rough. Okay. Okay. And again, I can use my markers and really help make these things kind of pop. So I will do that. We want to make sure we dry it first. Okay. I still have that one I need to cut out and fix. Let's see. Let's put the lid on this. Okay. I might not be able to finish this tonight on camera. I might come back and work on it with you all a little more. Uh, you know, that's the thing with live videos. Sometimes they can be a little lengthy. um, let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have warned you. Give me a few moments. I'm going to try and dry these and see. And then we'll place them on here, okay? It's almost done. Come on. I think this will be okay. I don't know. I think I needed something more red. I like that purple up there. I think I'm out of the frame. You all can't really see that just yet. Yeah, I think I like that purple way better. I don't think I like the orange so much. And maybe when it's all together, it'll look better. Maybe. And I think that's the cherry black or black cherry. Almost done. Almost done. And I'm using this to hold it down because the seating tool is hot. You don't want to put your you don't want to put your hands on it like that. Last one. All right. So let's see what we have here. I yeah, I don't know that I'm necessarily happy with the ouch. That's hot. Okay. I don't know that I'm liking so much the color that ended up coming out. So let's see. I had the bigger ones on kind of on the end, right? And I said I was gonna cut that out. I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Hmm, that little one. Yes, let's go ahead and cut this out. But I like the purple way better than I like some of these other colors. They kind of get lost, don't they? With that nice background back there. I'm gonna think about it before I commit. Okay, I'm gonna think about it and see. And it might not happen all at one time. Some of these things you just don't sit down and automatically, oh, you know exactly what you're going to do. It doesn't always happen like that for me. It doesn't. All right. That's okay. But we've got quite a few steps that we've got to do to complete this. And so that's okay. Things take time, right? And look, that's what we're talking about here. Sometimes, that the revealing of things doesn't always happen immediately. Uh, and so that that's okay. All right, I know I got quiet again. All right. Uh yes. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, and we'll have to do like a part two of this. And you'll see how this takes shape, huh? All things work together. All right. So don't be frustrated if things don't work out for you immediately. God's got you, and His timing's not our timing. His thoughts aren't our thoughts. His ways are not our ways. His timing is not our timing. Right? Yeah, remember, 1,000 years is like a day into the Lord. Yeah. So we haven't even barely touched the surface of things. Not barely. All right, so remember that verse today, Romans 8:28. All things work together. That's what's going to happen on this book at some point. That's what's going to happen. At some point, we'll have it all together. Yeah, I'm not happy necessarily with these colors. I might have to change some of those. So, when you see it next time, you're like, oh, wait, that's different. It is. It will be. Yeah, either I'll have to go with these lighter ones like that, or go with this, like that color, or this darker one. I don't like the orange. That didn't do anything for me. Uh, yeah, so I'll probably end up doing something with these. All right, we'll figure it out. All right, on the next video, okay? Maybe. Till I have it all worked out on the next video. All right, I'll let you know. Thanks for hanging out with me this evening, and I pray that you have a wonderful day. And hey, open up your Bibles. You'll find some wonderful things in there. Things that you probably read before, but you're like, that's a little different. It happens, okay? And then get your pens and paper and your crayons, markers, paint, and do something creative. All right, you will enjoy it. Trust me on that. Okay. All right, I'm signing off. May your journey be sweet. We'll see you next time. Thank you so very much for being with me. Bye bye.